Hi friends, it's Victoria here. So I kind of wanted to, not kind of, I needed to do another video for you guys. What? Victoria Aniston's here. She's feeling not so great. She, I don't know if you can even see it. She conked her head and now she wants snuggles, which is totally fine. So I kind of wanted to do a video, or needed to do a video. My last video was 5 weeks pregnant, I think. And so we are currently, as of yesterday, we are currently 27 weeks pregnant. Yay! So I kind of just wanted to do like I wanted to do a first trimester video, and then I'll do a second trimester video here in a few days or a couple days. Or you guys will see it in a couple days, I guess. What? Okay, so let's see. Let's get my little notes out. Okay, so, ouch. So last video I felt good. Wasn't nauseous at all. And then what? I think probably like 2 or 3 days after that video is when my morning sickness kicked in and it was rough. I ended up losing a total of like 12 pounds in the first trimester, which I've been measuring fine, so it's not a huge deal, but I didn't mind because I was heavier with it starting this pregnancy than my other pregnancies. You doing my face? I didn't mind losing the weight. I minded the morning sickness, obviously. And it's not morning sickness, it's all day sickness. And mine was like, I threw up probably 7 or 8 times a day, which is way worse than any of my other pregnancies. And so like I was like, oh, am I having twins? Which I think that with every pregnancy, just because I'm sick a lot. But we're not having twins. Or I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a second one popped out when we go into labor, but you know. So when I was 7 weeks, and a couple days, my midwife wanted me to get my HCG drawn. And we had it drawn, and it was, at 7 weeks, it was 171,000. And my progesterone was like 22 or something like that. With the last pregnancy we lost, at 10 weeks, my HCG was only like 90,000 or something like that. So, at that point, it was pretty reassuring. And then we had a draw like a few days later. What, you want some of this? We had a draw a few days later, and it was 211,000, like just a couple days later. Doesn't go in your face. My progesterone was 27, so we didn't do any more draws after that. I chose not to do a early ultrasound in first trimester. Kind of talked to my midwife, and the risk versus benefit for me just wasn't there, so I chose to wait until our 11-week appointment to see anything or hear anything. We'll get to that. So 7 weeks, I'm still sick. I started having like very vivid dreams, and insomnia kicked in then, which hasn't stopped since then, so that's just great. And then heartburn started and the exhaustion started. So oh wait, just kidding. This progesterone was 29.2 when I was like 8 weeks, so it was a little higher than I thought. Anyways, the exhaustion was surreal. I also stopped drinking caffeine the first trimester too, just because I didn't want to. And there's like a risk of defects and all kinds of stuff with caffeine in the first trimester. So, what else? So at 11 weeks, we had our first appointment, which those first 11 weeks were like exhausting to wait through. And I was having like this, oh, thank you. Oh, no, not on my face. No. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was having like this right, like lower, kind of where your ovaries are, like pain, and cramping. I was having like severe cramping, and I thought like, this is not going to be good. And it kind of stopped. It didn't stop. Please stop. I don't want it on my face. The cramping lasted the entire first trimester, and then the pain stopped towards the end of first trimester. But it like, I thought like I was having an ectopic, then the pain would go away. And so, you know, and after you've had a loss, you kind of view pregnancy and all of its symptoms a little different. You kind of think about not the worst, but kind of the worst of everything. But anyways, so 11 weeks we had our appointment, and we heard the heartbeat, and it was the most beautiful sound I had heard in a long time. And of course we did not record it because I was really just not thinking about anything else but hearing the heartbeat. So that was really cool to hear. I stopped getting like throwing up at 13 weeks. But I was still nauseous like until probably 15 weeks, just like on and off throughout the day and night and every waking moment. But it officially stopped at like 15 weeks, which was nice. And then we had another appointment at 14 and a half weeks, I think. And we did record that one, so I'll post a clip of that shortly. I'm saying a lot. What else? It's kind of a whirlwind in the first trimester because you're so tired, and then I was chasing, you know, my son's 3.5. This little one here, Aniston, she's 1.5 years. So, you know, is it because you're tired because of pregnancy, or you're just more tired because you're chasing 2 kids instead of 1? And then if your first kid, it's just great because you can nap whenever you want, you can eat whatever you want. It's just great. But then when you have kids, you have to provide for. Can you see that knot on her head? Look at it. It's so bad. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. So yeah, I mean, I think first trimester was more an emotional roller coaster than it was like, I wasn't even worrying about symptoms. I was more just like praying to God that everything was fine. And, you know, I read this thing and it was like, okay, well that's annoying. Sorry. My camera just died. So I was just going to finish this on my phone. But people's views, you know, is don't tell people you're pregnant until, you know, I don't even know when, 12 weeks or whatever they think is out now. There we go. You know? Okay. There you go. And then the other part of me was just like, I had already told people with the one we lost before this pregnancy, and I'm thankful that I did tell people because I had a support system, more than I would have had. I mean, I didn't like announce to the Facebook world, but I think I had more support through that than if I wouldn't have told anybody. And, you know, I didn't let the loss steal our joy for this pregnancy because, you know, say I would have miscarried this one, you know, my whole thought process was it didn't matter if it was, I found out and I knew for 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, I was gonna be happy about it because it was my baby for however long. And so for those of you out there that are in the same spot where you've had a loss, or you know, this is your rainbow baby, or you're afraid, just know, like, no matter how long that you get to carry that baby, it's your baby, and you should be happy about that, and you should just be thankful for that time you do get. Yeah, so that's yep. So yeah, that's kind of the whole first trimester in like a blip. I wish I would have made weekly videos, but I was tired. I didn't want to do anything, honestly. So yeah, my plan is to do a second trimester video, and then after that, just try and do weekly videos, updates of the pregnancy. Yeah, so, and I'll insert a little clip of the heartbeat. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you later. Say bye. Bye. Can you blow a kiss? Say, Sissy, blow a kiss. Sissy. Sissy. You being on me. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Blow a kiss. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, so sweet. Oh, so sweet. Oh, so sweet. Oh. All right, bye, guys. Let's go find out what Bubba's doing since it's so quiet.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes it just happens and we're like, what the? He's like, what is happening? Okay, so I think sometimes 14 weeks can be even harder to find.
Wait for
So,
me,
'cause they're big enough that they can get away better. So don't be worried. It takes a second.
Lolo?
That's baby. Let's hope I can get her louder.
Hippie.
I heard you. Where'd you go? Sissy girl. You hear that, Leah?
Yeah.
Oh, move it.
Oh my God.
Why? She is. Jorge. I hate saying it. I know, me too. That's the best sound.
It's a good sound. You hear that? That's the baby. I love you. Be still. Okay.